A few moments later.
Oh, time to do work. Oh, what's for lunch? Can't wait to play tennis with Jasper later. Oh no! I'm late for my Zoom meeting.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I had a stomach ache this morning.
Meanwhile.
Oh no, I think I joined the wrong meeting This is not my good mate. Oh no, I think I must rejoin another link.
Hey, so
Hey Jasper, what time tennis later?
Tennis later? Yeah. 3:30. Today quite slack, nothing to do. Let's go.
boring, sia.
I mean, watch YouTube. And what will that class for the wider region? Children just walk in.
So the question then becomes,
Policy. South Korea's policy towards North Korea. The showers that are incoming crew. 11 for Thursday, Friday 14. Doesn't start to warm up nicely though as we get into the weekend.
It was at this moment he knew.
Oh my, manager is looking for me.
Please turn on my camera. Where's Tengyi?
One eternity later.
Hello? Hey, I cannot find the link for our Zoom meeting. Can you send me? Thanks
Wow, 1 more minute to end work
Recent advances in technology, coupled with globalization and global pandemic, have led to an explosion in the prevalence of virtual teams, which are revolutionizing the modern workplace. Hi, my name is Qingyi, and today our group will be presenting on the topic of virtual teams. The article presented to us two stories that may help you make virtual teams a reality talks about 4 main points. Firstly, communication is key to have a successful virtual team. The team has to communicate effectively and exceptionally well with one another. Secondly, when giving feedback, teams can follow an agile approach. And thirdly, the importance of human dynamics in a team. And lastly, team leaders' role is crucial in the success of a virtual team. First, I'll be explaining the first 2 points linking to OB concepts. As seen in our skit earlier, virtual teams face the challenges of a traditional team, compounded by problems such as time and distance. In a co-located setting, face-to-face interaction is easy. There are few physical boundaries to contend with. And thankfully, in today's technological advanced world, communication is made ever more accessible and affordable, enhancing communication experiences between virtual team members. In a 1-hour video by Mark Zuckerberg, talk about how working in the metaverse will be like, and communication is made even easier and closer by having a simulated physical space without actually commuting to the office. This is unlike the current tools such as Zoom, Microsoft Teams, or Google Hangout, where there is still a physical boundary and a lack of actual sensation of togetherness, hindering effective communication among virtual team members. It seems that virtual teams are really becoming a reality. Next, I will talk about the second point, giving feedback. When giving feedback, an agile approach needs to be taken. We can apply the concept of self-directed teams here. The characteristic of such a team is that they complete interdependent tasks, which means that the extent to which team members share materials, information, or expertise with one another in order to perform their job. The second characteristic is that there is substantial autonomy over the execution of the task. And lastly, the work size and technological support provided to facilitate team communication and coordination. Similarly, when team members of a virtual team are providing feedback to one another, they need to have certain autonomy that make them feel that they are trusted. As mentioned in the article, an agile approach will try to maximize the diversity, quality, time, and also the number of opportunities for feedback while limiting the costs. With virtual teams, honest and fruitful feedback sessions are becoming dreadful and demanding. It is crucial that team members or employees choose their choice of feedback tool instead of fixating on the old and conventional way. With that, I'll pass my time to Zi.
Hi everyone, I'm C and I'll be explaining and linking the next two key points of articles to OB concepts. The third key point is about the importance of human dynamics in a team. I'll then be linking this to team process, which consists of 4 different stages: team development, team norms, team cohesion, and team trust. So, let me start with team development. It has 4 stages. The first stage is forming, whereby team members get to know each other for the very first time. And the second is storming, where team members become more and more proactive. And the third is norming, where the team develops cohesion. This stage is extremely crucial for virtual teams. And lastly, the fourth stage is performing, where team members learn to efficiently coordinate and resolve conflicts. All this helps to develop the team's identity and develop a shared mental model amongst team members. So next, I'll be explaining team norms. Norms are shared expectations that the group establishes to regulate members' behaviors. Therefore, virtual teams should reinforce norms, such as all team members to attend online meetings unless they have valid reasons. Next, I'll be explaining on team cohesion, which refers to the degree of attraction people feel towards their team and their motivation to remain members. One factor affecting team cohesion is team size. The smaller the team size leads to more cohesion. Therefore, in the context of virtual meetings, teams should make use of breakout room functions, as some team members will be more shy to share their ideas in large group meetings. By splitting out into breakout rooms, allow them to speak up and engage with team members, allow them to feel a greater sense of involvement. Next will be team trust. Trust refers to positive expectation one person has towards another in situations involving risk. Trust is very critical in influencing the outcome of a project. Team members must trust each other in making decisions for the team. Furthermore, trust is very important in the context of virtual teams. Leaders must trust their members that they are doing work at home during designated work time. Now I'll be explaining the fourth key point of the article, which is the importance of team leaders. Leaders' ability to lead will influence the success of teams. However, with virtual teams, virtual leadership has become a challenge for leaders as they have to check in more with team members and ensure that everybody is on the right track. Therefore, leaders should have regular one-to-one meetings with team members, build trust, and make sure that the team feels more support, as working at home can get lonely. Also, should any conflicts happen amongst the group, members should quickly confide in team leaders so that team leaders can solve the issue. Furthermore, team leaders should choose the preferred mode of communication and set team goals to ensure that everybody is on task. Lastly, team leaders should promote interaction amongst teams so as to increase team cohesion and team bond. Hence, the role of leader is very crucial, especially during virtual teams, as he or she is the one holding the group together and making sure team members feel involved and supported. Now I'll pass on my time to my team member.
Hi, my name is Hoichi, and now we will examine the influence of missing or ambiguous information in the article, namely virtual overload, technical difficulties, and recurring costs. It was mentioned in the article that phone tag should be arranged in remote setting so that the team members are readily available. While spontaneous and instantaneous, phone tag mentioned in the article requires full attention of employees during the entire workday. For example, the candid conversation may not be initiated at the right time as two parties are unable to see what each other are doing. So it can be distracting and even annoying to deal with impromptu exchanges when you try to concentrate on your work. According to Gartner, 83% of HR leaders encourage frequent virtual touchpoints to recreate the water cooler moment, inadvertently exacerbating the virtual overload. Secondly, technical difficulties. The article talked about achieving proximity to face-to-face working using the Agile software system. However, it fails to account for one major issue with technology: technical difficulties. It takes only one breakdown to shut the whole line down. For instance, we all experienced the 10 a.m. meeting that didn't actually start until 10:15 because of all the struggles with conferencing tools to work for everyone at the same time. The situation is made worse by the unreachability of the IT team. According to SHRM, a June 2020 global survey from technology company Riverbed found that 94% of company leaders said that technology problems had impacted their business and employees while employees worked remotely. Thirdly, recurring costs. The expenditure of the Agile software system was packaged as a one-time cost instead of a recurring one. This is not true, as the article failed to factor in the overhead employees may incur, such as the utility bills, the electricity to keep computers and office equipment running, etc. In fact, according to Benefits Pro, the workers observed a 25% increase in the utility bills. If a proper stipend program is not set up, the absence of reimbursement may discourage employees' investment in necessary equipment and hence hinders the remote working process. This is not a minor issue, as pointed out by SHRM. Just 2 in 10 companies have provided tools and resources to employees who may work remotely long-term, and only 1 in 10 have offered employees subsidies to manage the cost of working remotely.
The article mentions the use of traditional call, email, wiki, and blogs for collaborative effort. However, the article is dated in 2004 and the information is outdated. Popular cloud-based solutions such as Google Docs is a superior replacement, which track edits and allow users to view various versions of the work without having to manually save them. Short phone calls can also be omitted by using convenient communication platforms such as Discord, which allow users to join a call whenever they are free. And since it is a voice call channel without a host, users can leave the call without the fear of ending it. As technology ages, it develops more solutions to address common concerns of working remotely. In the article, it is mentioned that tools such as whiteboards are not available for online meetings and should be replaced with screen sharing. This is fixed with platforms such as Cardboard and online whiteboard software, which allow teams to collaborate and meet with a virtual whiteboard. This is arguably superior to conducting a traditional physical meeting, as members of the meeting are able to contribute more efficiently by simultaneously writing on the digital whiteboard. I also firmly believe that virtual teams are now not only a reality, they are superior. With the reduced travel time embedded into the nature of virtual teams, employee morale will be boosted as they will have more spare time to spend with their family or pursue hobbies. This in turn helps to boost employee morale, and they will be motivated to produce greater levels of productivity in their work. Furthermore, collaborations are also made easier with the help of cloud-based tools. Companies can extend beyond their horizon and look to hire international professionals at much more attractive rates from overseas and not have to worry about them not being able to integrate into the company. This helps the company to fully utilize talents and essentially results in greater profits.
The pandemic has caused disruption unlike anything we have seen or experienced before and significantly accelerated adoption of virtual working. In a survey conducted by Fraunhofer, close to 70% of companies surveyed reflected that their entire workforce was working from home during the first phase of the pandemic, while 21% of respondents opted for a 50-50 split between working from home and the workplace. The context of the article lies in the contributing factors to success for remote collaboration in a time where remote working was not seen as the norm. Remote working has evolved from being out of the ordinary in the past to being crucial to survival and operations of organizations today. Points mentioned in the article such as effective communication between team members, building trust, and efficient management by leaders are ever so important in today's pandemic-ridden world. To understand why these pointers are important, we must look at the challenges that remote working has posed. The change in proximity of working location has presented challenges such as fragmented team communications, lack in conflict resolution, and loneliness stemming from a lack of socializing with co-workers. Fostering healthy team dynamics where there is clear communication from the leadership to individual team members and effective management of human dynamics where there is a common understanding within the team can alleviate some of these challenges and propel an organization to greater levels of productivity. Even in the post-pandemic world, where superior team dynamics can drive organizations to embrace flexibility in working locations and schedules, and adopt a hybrid work model when the dust settles from our current situation with the pandemic.
To conclude, we have learned about the contextual and temporal properties of the information about the article. We discussed that technology advancements with tools such as Discord, Cardboard, Microsoft Azure notebooks allow companies to have virtual teams without a concern. In fact, virtual teams might even be superior to physical teams, as it reduces time spent on commuting and open opportunities of hiring international talents to help maximize the value of the company. Under influence of gap, ambiguity, and lack of information, we first touch on virtual overload, where phone tag is arranged so that team members are readily available. However, this requires the full attention of employees throughout the workday. Secondly, there might be technical difficulties such as breakdown, which shut down the entire ecosystem, resulting in delayed meetings and reduced productivity. Thirdly, there are recurring costs with virtual teams. Workers experience a 25% increase in their utility bills after adopting virtual teams. With an absence of reimbursement, employees might be discouraged to invest in necessary equipment, which hinders the remote working process. We have come to the end of our presentation. Thank you.